Hello and welcome to my channel, The One Man Abroad. Asim Bhardwaj, your host and friend. And in this video, we are going to talk about the medical tourism in Thailand and a matter of great importance, the legalization of the consumption of cannabis in Thailand. I'm joined by a special guest here today, Dr. Donna Robinson from Bangkok. She has 35 years of experience in the various fields of medicine in the US, UK, New Zealand, Hong Kong, and she has been practicing and living in Thailand for the last 25 years. So welcome, Dr. Donna. I'm honored to have you on our channel. Over to you for the quick introduction.
Thank you very much, Asim, for inviting me. It's pretty busy here today because we're still doing COVID testing. But yeah, I'd love to answer any of your questions. For example, you mentioned medical cannabis.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want me to start with that?
Yeah, we should start with medical cannabis first. Yeah. All right.
Okay, well, do you know what medical cannabis is? This is a bottle of medical cannabis. It does not look like weed or marijuana, cannabis that you grow from a tree at all. It is a medical product. And it's great because it's produced in a factory and it's quality. Whereas cannabis you might grow in your garden has all sorts of contaminants. Why do I believe in it and the licenses? Because we've seen, first of all, it's very good for pain, for migraine. This is the THC one. So there's two main kinds. One is THC, the other is CBD. The THC is really good if you've got headaches, pain, inflammation, and the CBD you don't get euphoric effects with, and it is very good for relaxing, for anxiety, for depression, for sleeping. It has many medical uses. But what we noticed is when patients take it, some of our patients, yes, they are addicted to, they need to take a lot of medicines for pain relief, for sleeping, for anxiety. One of the first things we noticed 3 years ago was patients started to come off their other medicines. And they say, I've stopped taking diazepam, I've stopped taking pain meds, and I'm taking the CBD or THC all the time. So yes, I'm a big believer in this.
I see. Okay. So this is, so you believe, you agree the government decision is to legalize the use of cannabis is...
Well, it's legalized. We need to go on trainings in Thailand. We need to have licenses. And I just renewed my licenses 2 years ago because the uses of what it's being used for and the research is changing all the time. So I redid my trainings, my licenses, and our clinic has the licenses. And and now there's over 6 private companies in Thailand that are manufacturing a medical marijuana. Before, it was primarily the government pharmaceutical organization. It's still very controlled. We need to report, we need to give patients a prescription. But it's good just to see new products, things that can help our patients.
So what is the difference between the synthetic and natural cannabis? How is it used actually?
Natural cannabis. Well, cannabis that is grown on a plant and used for smoking, it's not a medical product. It's not gone through a factory, it's not been tested, the contaminants haven't been removed. And this is an oil that's produced. So it's a completely different product, and it is also measured in a quantity that can be given to a client, 1 to 2 drops under the tongue, whereas smoking a weed has many contaminants in it.
I see. and
It's the same as a medical tablet.
it's the same as a medical.
You can take a tablet.
Yeah,
You could take
antidepressant.
a tablet.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, we can use it as antidepressants. If I'm right. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the patients find that it can help. It can help with anxiety. It can help with migraine. It can help with sleeping.
Mhm.
It can help with inflammation that they've got either in their joints or a painful knee. It can help.
Mhm. If we just talk about the kind of the weed which is grown in the home, so how dangerous it is, and how can it impact somebody, like to the mind and to the lungs or brain? How does it affect?
Yeah, okay. Well, cannabis that's grown on a plant
Uh-huh.
and use the leaves for smoking
Right.
is completely different. First of all, smoking is not good. Inhaling is not good for your lungs. And also, it's not controlled. And everything you look at from the leaf, if we look at a leaf of cannabis, of the plant, there are many, many other products in there that is not cannabinoid. There are many different products in there. So you are inhaling or taking many, many other products. So these products, the cannabinoid and the THC, have been extracted in special processes in the factory to get the product that works and to get rid of the 100 contaminants that you could be taking that we don't know how they could affect your health, probably adversely.
I see. Yeah, this is
So they're basically not a clean product.
okay. So this is the distilled form of cannabis, which is refined in and impurities are removed, and this is what is
Yeah, for sure.
final product. Okay.
Yeah. And you don't know how much you're taking. This is measured
Exactly.
in a factory so that you will take one drop.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're just taking a bunch of leaves, you don't really know what you're taking.
What you're taking, exactly.
And what the concentration is. It's not a medicinal product.
Okay.
So it's completely different. And of course, it could be very damaging for people.
What is the potency usually? Like it's 50 mg or 100 mg or 20 mg, like that?
I've got that. First of all, when you're starting medical marijuana, if it's for anxiety or sleeping, you would start off with the lowest dose strength. So you would start off with CBD 3%, and you would have 1 to 2 drops under your tongue at night, or you can mix it with water. And then you would move up to 5% CBD and gradually increase the dose, as you needed it. But most people we sell it to or provide it to don't need a lot. Like, they're not coming in every week. They may come in every month, every 2 months, and they do find it helpful.
Okay. All right.
And that's how you do with the THC as well. Work up the percentage.
Is it also like exported from Thailand to other countries?
But certainly, if a person comes to Thailand, as they come for medical tourism, and obviously medicines are available from Thailand for the people who see doctors in Thailand. Because it needs to be prescribed with a prescription.
What is if somebody is using the natural weed in the form of smoking or something, and if someone collapses or somebody goes unconscious, what is the medical procedure we should follow for the immediate treatment of the patient before we even send it to the doctor?
If somebody's taken really a substance that they've abused, what is the procedure? Well, it's to give them care, you know, to assess their respiration, their breathing, their heart rate, and, you know, to certainly give oxygen, whatever is needed to help them. Resuscitation is what's needed in any clinic, in any hospital.
So, Dr. Donna, what brings you to Thailand?
Hi, what brings me to Thailand? Well, my husband, my partner, he was an engineer, civil engineer, working on the roads and the expressways. So 30 years ago, in 1990, Bangkok was a very different city.
Yes.
And really, they needed to develop all these mass transit systems. The traffic was gridlocked. You could hardly see the sky or the blue sky that we see every day now. Yes. With the pollution. So I just came along. Okay. And I had a job. I got a job with a Thai organization. And they said, an NGO doing HIV work, that they had never had a foreigner before, but they were giving me a job. And so I was lucky, but it was at the other side of Bangkok. So Bangkok's a pretty big city, and it took me a long time to get there. And I wasn't seeing patients. I'm a doctor. Well, I think when you're 30 years old, you can handle those stresses.
Yes.
I don't think I could handle a change now.